Thank you, George, though, for going and getting food.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Food took a little bit longer than we thought. They just got here with it. So, unfortunately, we are going to be eating while we're role-playing for the last hour of game. I hope everyone understands. If not, well, act like a hat and hop on ahead. So, last we left off, H was trying to get to the bottom of how he was going to respond to all of this. What is it that H would like to do?
Alright, I'm going to take I have the amethyst scale focus, right?
Yes.
First thing I'm going to do after I get patched up is to go back to the basement and attune to it.
Okay.
So that's going to take me an hour, right?
Yep. You do so fairly easily.
Okay. So do you want to move on since I'm busy doing that, or should I keep going?
No. What would you like to do afterward?
Okay. After I do that, I'm gonna take my focus, head out and see if I can find one of the huge scales that she dropped.
They've all been gathered up and removed.
Oh.
You do have something. You're going to get you get 2 small gems worth 100, and then you get 1 medium scale, 4 large scales, and 5 huge scales.
Okay. So we split them up there.
We split them up, and we took a couple extra for the treasury, but not many.
Okay. So I have some available to me.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna take my focus. Put my free hand on the huge scale and try and see about and apply what the genie taught me about channeling quintessence. I'm gonna see if there's any residual psionic energy in the scale that I can absorb into myself using the focus.
Arcana.
You're doing this with a huge one?
Yeah.
Because you were gone. Huge is like this, like shield sized.
I'm just putting my hand on it. So basically,
Just say you're
Roll Arcana.
okay, with advantage.
You're in town.
Yep. Okay. 20. 30.
For the day, you gain an additional 10 spell slots.
That's pretty good.
As you feel the quintessence from the gem go into your body, and now what once looked like amethyst now looks like crystal.
Okay. So it taps it out to create that effect. All right. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to.
This is actually really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to my room then, and I'm going to start trying to channel all that extra magic into an object. So especially since I have the empty ring. Now
Back into the gem, or
well, how do I explain this? I'm trying to transmit the abstraction of a spell slot into an object in order to stabilize. Basically, I'm trying to invent the Ring of Spell story.
Nice.
give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. That is absolutely terrible.
You do
10.
have inspiration, don't you? Or
I
did you use
used it already.
Oh, sorry.
What is your intention for this? To make Icemorr stronger?
To fulfill the task I was assigned with.
That falls under the purview of your inspiration.
Oh yeah. So sure. I just reroll 1 die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's even worse. Natural 1.
Do you have a chapter inspiration?
I'm pretty sure I used it.
I don't think so.
Don't you have Lucky
unapparent.
Clover for...
I used that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How important is this to your character?
Oh,
It's a ring with spell storing.
yeah. It's
Pretty useful.
Okay, I'll put an inspiration for him then.
Especially if he can duplicate it.
okay. 14. Okay. Well, I'll chalk that one up to experience and try again in like an hour.
Okay.
Sound
Hunter.
good?
Yep. What do you like to do?
I give the kids each a gold coin for willing to be of service to the community.
After you do that, they tell you that they want to join the Icemorr Guild.
The guild?
They want to become a permanent service for the town.
Some the older ones can definitely apply. Some of the younger ones will have to wait some time before they can do it because they're still children. However, while I'm in town, if they want, I can teach them a few things to kind of give them a head start. But I will be working basically in the capacity as a teacher for them.
Okay. Amber will send you a letter and say that she'll take them under her wing. And she'll teach them.
You adopted 11 more children.
She's not adopting them, she's just going to teach them.
Adoption, teach, the same thing. I mean, you're a teacher, you know, aren't you?
When it comes to certain things, my teacher used to ride me about things more than my mom. Anyway, so anything after that, Hunter?
No.
Okay. Stacy.
Well, apparently there's a cleanup on aisle 4, so we'll help with that.
Give me a survival check at advantage.
Really sad rolls.
You're gonna want to spend a point on it.
22.
George, could you do another one of these for me?
I forgot. It's fine.
So, you will succeed in gathering
Zero book you gave me.
this stuff here. So, when I give it to you, Balam,
Yes.
you receive word from one of the guards that Stacy has broken out his healer's kit and is filleting all of the armor off of the dragon. Taking the horns, the heart, the ice bladder.
I will help him if he's willing to accept help.
I'm always good stuff.
He already rolled for it.
Well, I know he's already got the success, but if my help would make him speed up the process just a little bit.
No, it's intricate. It's the first time a dragon has been harvested. So.
So how does the dragon worshipper feel about this dragon being harvested?
This was an evil dragon
Just
I was
asking.
thinking the exact
that
same thing.
served an evil man who's going to take children away from us. This dragon, for all I care,
You
can
know,
burn in the
just
nine
turn into
hells.
its basic essence.
It's also, dragons aren't wasteful. Waste not, want not.
Fair enough.
George.
To waste it would be even more disrespectful.
Sorry to bug you again. Careful, that might drip. Alright.
Throw it out, or
Yes, please.
Except the money.
Alrighty. So. This guy is old. Old.
How old is he?
So, Josh, we're going to have you roll a percentile to see if there's any uncommon items.
35.
Negative. We're going to have you roll a percentile to see if there's any rare items.
Alright. 34.
Negative. George. Percentile, very rare.
so you have to give me a second on this one.
$81.
Ooh, there is. Roll a d4.
4.
There's 4 items.
Nice. And 5 of us.
Okay, we're going to need a... a D53. Does Google roll a D53? Here, I'll do it. $13. $23. Okay. And Hunter, legendary.
96. I had rolled with them. So I can focus on each.
Roll a d8.
Yeah, damn it. 5. Tomes is still tongue, Tomes is still tongue, Tomes is still
Reroll.
tongue. 6. Oh no.
Okay.
Darn, I should have brought my book in that has our magic items at the guild.
Percentile?
Would have given us more magic items. Oh well.
I'm using a new table.
Oh,
10.
So there is an artifact.
Ooh, you switched it up on us.
Yes, I did. I've been switching it every other one.
Makes sense.
Roll a d4, please.
4.
Okay. So, everyone gains
shit. Shit. Shit.
everyone gains 1650 EXP for the surviving the encounter
Woo.
through diplomacy with the champion.
Yeah, that's what.
And 2600 EXP each for surviving the encounter with the Amethyst Great Worm.
6 of them?
Who's in charge of doing the loot?
The group loop?
Yeah.
Me.
This is all the group loot that's gathered. Here's the... I'm going to need that back, but that's the... for when you get to the magic items on the far right side.
Okay. Brother.
Hmm?
I said, oh, brother.
That is what's found on the dragon.
Juicy ones?
Well, just a lot of it. Let's go to a new page. That's going to be easiest.
Alright. So you guys are gathered together in the meeting room again. It's later in the day. The scouts report back.
Greetings, Ben.
They tell you that they went to the edge of the mountains here,
Mm-hmm.
and they can see a town over here,
Town to the east.
east, along the coast.
Were they able to figure anything out about the town?
No, they didn't leave here because they need to be within a day's travel back.
Okay.
But they looked northeast and saw another town very close.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked further northeast and they saw a large wall of ice.
Mm.
Like just a solid wall of ice. The western scouts see a town here and a town there. The northern scouts went up and over the mountain right here. This little part of the chain, because it's a little cut, and they saw a town here in between the two mountain chains, and they confirmed that there is a
Cave.
there. As far as the things that you guys were sent for, who was going to speak with the ice elementals again? Okay, I need you to roll me a percentile. This would be later this day, just to kind of get through it.
Okay. Percentile?
Yep.
26.
Okay, so basically, if you pay them 1,000 gold, they will let you leave safely, and they tell you that they don't plan on leaving the mountain. As long as you don't mess with them, they'll stay, but they want tribute.
What use do they have for gold?
Other people that live on the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Would we have already divvied up?
Yes, this is like I said. This is later in the day.
Okay.
It was a fair question to me, though.
Yeah, I'll give him 1,000.
Deduct 1,000 from the treasury. The treasurer will reimburse you.
Okay.
I was planning to reimburse them anyway.
Is there anything I can do, like rolling, I don't know, persuasion or anything to get them to be friendly with us? I mean, like we're hoping to open.
Sure.
You know,
If you want to push it a step further and try to become friendly, you can roll persuasion.
yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay. There is like 12 of them, and there's only one of you, so I'm going to roll with advantage.
Okay. Am I still within the 24 hours?
Yes, like I
Okay.
said, it's just later that day.
Okay. I really want to be friends with these guys.
Stacy, do you want to spend a thing for him?
No, I have it. If I want to do it, I'll do it. It might be enough anyway, but just in case, I've got some inspiration. I guess we'll use it.
Can I have the hand sanitizer, please?
Yeah. Rolled worse. So,
What was your first total?
the first total was 18.
You would have beat them.
Okay.
You just go back to that.
I mean, you.
I gave a freebie earlier.
Okay. I mean, I would have been fine spending it. Just, but thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate it.
So, because I rolled a 13 plus 4.
Okay. Incidentally, just since this has happened twice now, when we use inspiration, are we allowed to ask if our number is good or
No,
okay.
I just allow it with certain situations because if inspiration in this game is a lot harder to come across, so I'm being a lot more forgiving. Like, I wouldn't really waste it,
Sure.
or don't do that.
I appreciate it. I didn't want to be annoying you by assuming a rule that wasn't a rule. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You okay?
They show you a safe pass along the mountain to go from here, from this square,
Okay.
from 96,
Should I write that down?
96.9 to $9.
96.9 to $9?
Yeah, I ran out of alphabets over here,
Yep.
or letters. Why did I say alphabets? So basically, it's a little pass right here
Okay.
to go through the mountains. They show you how to get through there safely.
Do they tell me anything about what's in there on the other side, or?
There's a town there, and there's a big cave there that's got warm air coming out of it that they avoid.
They avoid it.
They don't
They
know.
don't like it.
They don't know what's in there.
And are they but I'm going to ask them. I'll do this in character just because. But so I'll say, thank you very much for showing us this. Does this mean you'll allow us to use this?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
And then Nocturne's also going to talk with them about establishing borders.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you, as long as you stay off of this mountain chain right here, this lateral mountain chain,
Aside from the path.
aside from the path, they will not consider anything that you do their business.
Okay.
They don't really care.
I will very, as cautiously as possible, I'll broach the topic of the Ice Queen and try and get a feel for how they feel about her.
First of all, give me a performance or persuasion.
Okay. See, I use stuff for that. Oh, yeah. So 13 plus 8 is 21.
You get it?
24.
First number.
6.
I got it.
Ready?
Yep.
26.
Yeah, he definitely got it.
Insight.
Okay. That is less impressive. 18.
That's high enough than the 16 I rolled. So, when you mention Ice Queen, they perk up like they're happy. Like,
Okay.
Yes, we like the Ice Queen. She makes ice for us. And they say very bluntly, she made these mountains. These mountains are awesome. She says, our master lives near her mountain. And he's very powerful. And they will start to brag, as ice elementals do. They start bragging about how their master has the hammer of the first ice elemental.
Do they drop their master's name without any prompting from me?
No. And when you ask, they don't tell you.
Okay.
Because higher level primordials have the same magical binding as fae and demons and stuff like that. It gives you power over them.
I'll say, well, I certainly don't want that. How about a title? Just something we can refer to him to. I'm not looking for any advantage. Just I need to go and tell this story to other people.
Lord of Ice.
Lord of Ice.
And they also start to brag. Let me see if they would brag about this or if they're going to be dum-dums. We'll say 60 or higher. Nope. Are they going to brag about their neighbor? 69. Oh yeah, there's a giant that lives on this mountain.
What's the coordinates?
I'll just do the center of the mountain. It would be V9.
V9. Okay.
Kind of V9. Oh yeah, he has this massive silver metal stick, and it's got this glowing orb on the end of it. Like it's one of them goes, oh, I know, it's like we took one of those things up there and put it on the end of the stick.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Is he friendly?
Not really.
Is there anything you've ever noticed that makes him more friendly to somebody?
Dragons.
Oh, he likes dragons.
He likes dragons. He's good friends with the Queen's Champion's dragon.
Who isn't?
Right? He's nice. He brings us meat all the time. We love it.
He's got that frost breath.
Thought they ate ice.
Well,
That's
they
terrifying.
they trade with other creatures.
That's right.
So they that's why they want other stuff. Like, they don't need anything, but they trade because they're like, ooh, we're not allowed to leave our mountains, but you got the good ice over there. Like,
Does a giant have a name? I'd like to write a song about him.
a song.
And his
Ooh.
massive stick.
They're like, I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I don't really remember.
That's all right.
And basically, if you make a note on your character sheet, the next time you visit them, they'll remember and they'll tell you.
Okay. Oof. Okay. I'll find a place for that. Here.
And then I'm assuming you're going to return to town after that?
Yeah, and for the record, I did skip out without guards.
I kind of figured. Sneaky.
Oh, you left without guards?
Without the guards.
You went by yourself. That funny.
Okay. The guards tell you the giant that was moving east of town by the end of this day is on you. Wait a minute.
Wait.
U36.
But I thought the giant was on the west side of
It
town.
was on the east.
It's on the east.
Oh, was he? Oh.
The
He can move.
monitoring him, you find out that he appears to be dragging a dragon that he has killed. It's white, and he's dragging it to the shore.
Oh, is this me noticing?
No.
This is the reports that you guys
okay.
are getting.
Gotcha.
And he has cut open the chest cavity and is using the warm water that's over here by these rocks. For some reason, there's warm water over there. And the reason why they're assuming it's warm is because it's not frozen over there. The freezing stops right about here. So that would be
Thermal vents.
37. U37. U37 and north is warm water on that side of the continent. They're guessing because it's thawed, but
I'm sorry, did you say 37 or 47?
37.
37.
They did not have to offer it assistance. It looks like it's taking care of things by itself without a problem. Your Archmage has been gone most of the day. You received word from a guard that he said he was going to go check out that building. A couple of your townsfolk have traveled all the way up to the Arnell's blood, and they are gathering the herbs and putting them in crates and leaving them there, and they are lighting candles and stuff like that for the fallen, and they are picking up the blood and putting it in urns, you know, trying to clean up the area, and while at the same time showing respect to the dead. That was under orders from your Justicar. So those are the situations that you guys had people reach out to deal with. But as you guys are in the briefing room together, is there anything that you guys wanted to talk about?
So, we're probably going to be at war soon. And we need to be stronger if we're going to lead our people well. I recommend that we also go out and explore, not only just to help exploring the island and the continent, but to gain more experience.
Did you have a specific place you wanted us to go, or?
Well, could check out that cave.
The warm cave?
Yes. See what's there. Could make a good outpost.
I know a pass we can use. I know a pass we can use.
Useful.
Okay.
We should also try to make contact with the towns and see if they're friendly.
We should, but we should.
At this point in time, the orb, the crystal ball that is in your pocket somewhere, flies out from where it is supposed to be and floats in the middle of the table. You notice that a visage of the Ice Queen appears, and all of you instantly feel the room temperature drop by 50 degrees.
How is she able to use my magic item that I'm attuned to?
How dare! How dare you!
Excuse you?
You have destroyed my champion.
No, we have done no such thing.
Never touched it.
Wanted to, but didn't do anything.
We were paying him his tribute when something else destroyed him.
What is the other something?
A dragon.
What kind of dragon?
Amethyst dragon?
Yes. It left promptly.
Impossible. They do not dwell in this crystal sphere.
I'll hold up the amethyst scale that I have as my replacement focus. This came from somewhere.
So, you're wrong at the wrong people. Or, mad at the wrong people. Words. Bad words.
You said you were paying him what he wanted?
We were offering him his tribute, and...
What did he demand for tribute?
He wanted 10 children.
That sounds like him. Not as much as he normally asks for. He must like someone there. He was being gentle. I will take his tribute in his stead. Or I will take one of your lives. You decide. So at this point in time, your archmage reappears right beside you.
Oh, hey.
That was a lovely
Insight check.
The archmage is very confused.
Okay.
Like, he was appearing next to you to tell you something, and then he sees the thing floating in the table, and in the herd.
Size queen.
And he's like, "Oh, hello, your majesty. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm assuming you're contacting us about your companion?" "Yes. I'm sure they told you that the very large and out of our control dragon had him for lunch."
Totally out of our control.
And anyway, they start conversing in a language that none of you understand.
Comprehend languages.
Good job. Roleplay with yourself, DM. Roleplay with yourself.
So, I'm just going to give you the bullet points of the conversation. Basically, what they talk about is how he says the plans are, per their previous discussion, is underway. That he will be sure to lead the chosen one to the pit at the desired time in return for what she agreed upon. And she will nod, and then she will talk about how she wants the offering that her champion was going to get as recompense for losing him. And he basically convinces her not to take children because he doesn't... He says specifically, "I don't think it's wise for you to do again whatever angered that purple dragon." Using it as a possible reason why she came, because he doesn't know. He wasn't here. So she kind of contemplates for a second and says, "Very well. You better keep your deal, Archmage." And she disappears.
Sonny is glaring daggers at him.
How did she use my orb,
Who are you asking?
the Archmage?
This continent is her lair. She has a lot of magical wardings all over the continent that allows her to do a lot of weird things. She can make all magic stop working if she wants.
This is annoying.
Yes it is. Especially when you're trapped here and you're an archmage.
Oh no, I was saying that as a player.
Oh. Oh, I thought you said it in game. That's why he was like, yeah, yes it is. Very annoying. I should have left on the boat.
Well, that should be our next point of construction. Boats
Getting the fuck out of here?
Forsaken continent.
So at this point in time, you guys are open to roleplay amongst yourselves because I have nothing else event-wise that's supposed to happen.
Sonny will suddenly set up. Warden, a word. Now.
My private office.
So you guys leave and go to your private office. So it's you three and the Archmage. And the Archmage just kind of sits down in a chair and goes, man, you guys aren't going to believe how big that building is until you see it. Because it's crazy big.
The upper limits on what I'm willing to believe have increased today.
Oh, because the great worm appeared?
Yes, that does tend to sort of adjust your perspective.
Okay, so he's got a plus 12.
Stacy, have you mentioned the dragon skeleton at the bottom of the ocean?
Not anymore.
Not yet.
Okay.
So, at this point in time, you guys can, I'll wait for you guys, but you three can roleplay amongst yourselves at the table with the Archmage. We don't have a lot of time, so if there's something you guys want to talk to him about,
Okay.
or if there's something you want to say to the group, or...
I'll ask him about. So I think I've managed to figure out how to tap some of the amethyst scales for power, for concentrated magical energy. So I'll hold up the ring. This isn't enchanted right now, but I was wondering but I've been trying to figure out how to stabilize that power inside a ring so I can use it later. Is there any tips and tricks you can give me?
He says, well, first and foremost, for an item to become magical, it must first be master-crafted.
Mm-hmm.
So you must have a master-crafted level item in order for it to be magical.
Well, this used to be magical. It lost its magic when the entity was connected to had that connection severed.
He holds it and looks at it and goes, yeah, and it's singed and cracked in a few places. The gem is shattered. Yeah, this is not master-crafted anymore.
All right, fair point. I'm not a jeweler.
He's like, yeah, you need something that's freshly master-crafted or something that is still master-crafted. Not something that used to be.
So, who do I talk to about that?
A master crafter, a blacksmith, or I mean, I guess you could put it into anything technically. So, a master crafter of any profession.
All right, I will. All right, thanks. I will go.
So you leave the room.
Yes.
Okay. So as far as you're concerned, if you want to make a note with a sticky note or something, the last thing your character was doing is heading off to speak to a master crafter. Because that'll be the end for you for the session.
Okay.
And then, Stacy, was there anything that you wanted to do? Okay. What about you?
I don't have anything for the Archmage, so I would leave and
Okay.
go to Amber.
Okay. You get to Amber's estate, and you notice that she is not there. The door is unlocked but closed, and when you go in, there is a letter on the
Dear John.
the credenza. That's the table by the door. The
Okay.
credenza.
Addressed to me.
Yep.
I'll open and read it.
It says, my most precious winged love, I am traveling briefly to assist with the gathering of these precious herbs to ensure that they are harvested properly, and I will be returning later this evening. If I'm not back by the time you read this, please feel free to make yourself comfortable. I will help you with dessert when I get home.
Winky face. How? What time is it?
So that stuff happened around lunchtime. You guys probably took a couple hours to recover, an hour or so to gather up the items and harvest. 5 or 6, dinner time-ish.
Did I ever hear back from Kate?
Oh yeah, they would just be returning back for dinner.
Okay.
So you hear a lot of children outside.
Is there like a? I mean, I know we're just setting things up. Does any building have like a large hall?
No. You guys have a couple of houses that were put up. The businesses have been put up, and the estates for the nobles have been put up.
And I've been to each of the nobles' estates. None of them have like a large room or something.
Oh yeah, all of them have large rooms.
Okay. Which one is most amenable to children in general?
Aside from Balam, because I don't know his opinion, it would probably be Zarina
Okay.
Or Hammerfall.
or Hammerfall,
Okay.
because they've already pulled in orphans.
Okay. I'll go to. I know we're almost out of time, so I should speed this up. But basically, I'm gonna try and set up a performance for the children.
Oh, so you want to gather them all together at one location?
Yeah.
Oh, the Drow Countess Voss will offer to host an event for the evening.
Perfect.
I mean, having them stay there and coming there for an event is completely different.
Yeah. No. I need
Okay.
a gathering place.
So, yeah, she'll let you use her grand hall.
Okay.
Because she actually has a castle.
Okay. Oh, nice.
She's the only one with one.
Nice.
So,
I'll thank her profusely.
her castle goes down instead of up, so no one knows about it.
Oh, gotcha.
The dwarves have a fortress.
Yes, it's underground. So, you can write that you're preparing for a performance to pick up next session.
Okay.
So then, you said you're not doing anything, right? Okay.
Where's your buddy?
He hasn't returned yet.
Again.
Oh, he left again? Because he returned last night.
He left out with the people.
Gotcha.
He wanted to go because he couldn't find you, so he was like, well, I guess I'll go look around.
But me and him had that conversation.
Regar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you two are now in private. What would you like to talk about?
When Sunny enters the room, we're kind of like in the center. Sunny will ask you, can anyone intercept what we speak in here?
Yeah? I mean, they could listen through the wall.
Yeah.
Where's the safest place you know that we can speak in private?
You don't have a demi-plane anymore.
I don't have that insight.
Then listen carefully. He'll grab you by the head and pull you close. If you whisper,
What?
I'm gonna go check it out.
Trying
What
to-
was that?
It was like sounded like a washing machine. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
true. It
hell?
sounded like a washing machine.
I was trying to see if there's anything we could do to be subtle. What is it?
he'll grab you by the back of your head and pull you close. So he's gonna whisper in your ear in Draconic. I believe we have a traitor.
Oh.
That conversation.
Oh, the Archmage.
Can I summon my seneschal?
Yeah?
Can you get God, I keep forgetting her name.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, the rogue, right?
Oh, no. No. That's someone else.
Oh, crap. I'm not remembering.
You know, the
either.
one who was.
Yeah, I know.
Julian.
She's back by now.
Oh, yeah, Julian.
Julian, yeah. I keep forgetting her name. I need to write it down.
So you see a female in black leather armor, wearing a black veil, and she's got a kind of like a Middle Eastern headdress type on, and she's got the veil over her face, and she's got a white cloak with fur on it, and she looks at you. She goes like this. Warden.
Honored one. I offer a seat next to because they're. I'm behind my desk, so they're.
She'll sit down. She'll throw her foot up on your desk.
I don't have an issue. I've done it before too. We possibly have a security breach. Well, most likely have a security breach.
She puts her foot down and leans forward. Oh.
I'll have him lean forward, and I will repeat what he told me. And after I repeat it, I look at him and say, "Did I leave anything out?"
If you didn't leave anything at all, say that's it.
Is most troubling.
She will reach inside of her cleavage and she'll pull out a gold ring. It has a signet on the front of it.
And I recognize it.
You recognize it.
I'll incline my head.
He is the other.
The trouble? What?
I'll reveal that once she reveals the signet ring.
He must have a reason.
He's testing us.
Or she put him in an impossible position. He wouldn't knowingly betray the Empire.
How long has he been an agent? Because he was on a ship. He was a ship crew.
I know. He was planted.
Oh, okay. Impressive. Most agents are. Alright, so...
It's a shame that this early on into the expedition you've discovered his identity.
We'll keep it between the three of us.
It would be nice. At least now you know who's been graffitiing your walls.
I've been trying to have the guards find out who did it, but they've been
Unfortunately,
unsuccessful so far.
Your guards are very spread thin because of all of the children and people to watch, and we don't have walls yet. And
Yes, we're still in the infancy.
but she says, if there's nothing else,
That's it.
Well, we were just concerned because...
I would just sit down and talk to him in private.
Alright.
He can cast any plane.
Very well. We'll speak to him.
Should we... I'm assuming not tell him everything due to the fact that he was in some sort of agreement with her.
I would be
So we
cautious.
don't jeopardize him or ourselves.
I would be cautious for sure.
Alright.
Can you keep an eye out on him? Make sure he doesn't do anything too beyond the reach.
She nods and says, yes, I can.
Even though he is a trusted agent of him, we don't... Things may happen to where he is compromised of...
She'll walk over to your wet bar and she'll pour herself a nice stiff drink of bourbon. And she'll say, even the best of us can be compromised. And she'll knock it back. And then she'll pull her hood up. And you notice that when she pulls that fur hood up,
Invisible?
she kind of shimmers and then she disappears. And you just see the door.
Alright.
Do you have a drink? I could use one.
What is the Archmage's name?
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob.
Well, I best be off. It's been a long day.
Is the door open again? Why?
Alright,
So you guys are done talking?
yeah.
Yeah, Sonny will get up and he'll start to walk out.
Okay.
We will, it's been a long day, so go home, rest. Tomorrow we'll, figure out the next steps. Alright?
Yeah.
And I'll let the others know as well.
He'll walk out.
All right. At that point, we will end the session there. So, just to recap, you guys have eluded one of the mid-game bosses by pulling out one of the hidden wild cards that just miraculously came out. To explain to everyone that's watching, as well as to George for your character, the reason why you had such a drastic response when you tried to connect with the Amethyst Great Worm through the focus was because when the Jinn left, when you released him, he cast a blessing on you that would greatly enhance the next thing you tried to achieve, because he knew you wasted a spell to free him, or a wish rather. So he gave you that blessing, and then I'm sitting over here thinking to myself, what is the next thing he's going to do? And then when you picked that focus up and you started looking into it, I was like, oh, no, this is not good. She's going to find him finally, and she's going to come knocking, because she's strong enough to actually travel through the crystal spheres. So, but anyway, well done, guys. You guys achieved a mile marker by downing this boss. You guys achieved some pretty fat loot. You guys got some pretty juicy EXP. A couple things you guys discover as far as information is concerned. There has been a couple small meetings with the board while you guys were busy. Zarina met with Vec, Elizabeth, and a couple of the nobles, and have started pulling out funds to construct palisades to put up wood walls, to kind of create a way to funnel keep everyone in a safe zone. In addition, Rhaegar returns from his trip of gathering wood, and Alvain finds out that Rhaegar has been a very big help and has befriended a couple of the kids, because he has been carrying a couple of the kids that got injured on his back when they came back, and Rhaegar has given a very positive opinion of himself to other people. Unfortunately, while they were out, they did encounter a white dragon. The white dragon did end up injuring a bunch of people, but your guards were able to defeat the white dragon. It was chopped up and burnt, so it didn't rot. They didn't know how to harvest it, stuff like that. Rhaegar had a few niblets of it, and he comes back and he has a souvenir. It's a white dragon horn about this big, and he asks if you can add it to his collection of shinies.
Your owlbear is turning into a dragon.
You guys have discovered some information about Jacob and how he has some type of ties with the Ice Queen. You're not sure exactly what's going on, whether he's been pressured to do something, whether he's doing it to test you guys. You're not sure exactly what's going on there. Madame Callow has since departed from this world and told her last fortune.
You get fucked every session.
And while you guys are having your evening, one of you has a very special event happen.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Your mom visits you.
Oh, shit. Neil?
We will roleplay that at the beginning of next session, but your mom is visiting you in the middle of the night.
This is either very good or very bad.
I would like to point out that I was the one who got the question of mommy issue problems. They should have asked him about that.
I have no issues with mommy.
Fair enough.
Are you sure about that, runaway mommy's boy?
Hey, I was given a very specific order of getting lost and I did it. Following orders.
Sounds like mommy issues right there.
I love my mom.
Alright, well, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for the fifth episode of Icemorr, and we look forward to seeing you next week when the group will be entering into their first dungeon. That should be fun.
Hopefully, we won't be.
Eaten alive?
Well, I was saying, hopefully, our emotions won't be on a roller coaster like this session. Damn. Hopefully, we'll be able to just be like, all right, guys.
I gotta keep you guys on your toes. They can't give you a freebie all the time. But anyway, good job, guys. You guys did a great job. I do advise you for next session, or even in between now on Discord, you guys should get together and share some information. He's got a lot of information. He's got a lot of information. You guys need to share information and distribute loot before next session.
Okay.
All right? Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.